Sweet. Okay, I think we are on. Well, Laura and I are here today to talk about our SLS-LP project. We just have a few questions to answer here. We're both working at the Alpha Women's Center, volunteering a few hours a week. So, Laura, why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about the specific services that we're providing with our community partner, Alpha Women.
Yeah. What we've been doing like a bunch of different things. Basically, the main service that Alpha Women's Center provides is just to be a resource center for pregnant women in crisis situations. A lot of the women that we serve are single moms or are separated from their husbands. Some of them are teenage moms. Some of them are older, but they just have a lot of needs and are unable to meet those really using other programs. And so at the center, we provide some counseling. We give them just various information, whether it's about abortion procedures, if they should choose that, pregnancy information, parenting information as well. We also stock a clothing and supply closet for infants all the way from newborn up to, I think it's 2 or 3 years of age. And they provide different outfits for the babies. They provide some different maternity outfits, diapers, formula, baby food, shoes, blankets, hats, socks, some toys as well, different things like that. And basically moms, pregnant mothers can come and they can earn bucks by working through the program, whether it's they can earn bucks by taking their child to the doctor's appointment, by bringing in church bulletins, and there's several different ways that they can earn bucks, and then they can spend those bucks in the closet by getting multiple outfits or baby food or just some toys and stuff for their child. And so our specific role has been, we've really done like a ton of different things. We have been able to sort through the donations and just anything that's stained or ratty or stuff like that. We don't want to put out for them. We want them to be able to choose good quality clothes that are cute and stuff like that. So we've sorted through a lot of donations. We've restocked the clothing shelves, and we came in like January. So about February, end of February, we were putting out the summer clothes for them. And then we have also done random, just like the phone and putting information in the computer, filling out paperwork. And then I think one of the most enjoyable parts is just being able to interact with the ladies who come in. We've been able to help them see how they can spend their bucks that they've earned, and just talk them through that process a little bit. So overall, it's been really rewarding, and I really enjoyed it. And the Alpha Women's Center, it's all volunteer-based for the most part. So they just need people to get in there and be willing to work, and so we've had a lot of fun doing that.
Everything that you said. About how many hours have you put in? I think I've probably put in close, if not over, to 20 hours, 24 hours maybe.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think. I think I'm at like 17 or 18 hours at this point.
Right. So both of us are pretty much well over the 15, but we both enjoyed working there, and it's a good place to volunteer and a good ministry. So what are we learning? Joys, challenges, and insights. I think for me, it's been super eye-opening, just the variety of different people that come in. We've had, like you kind of mentioned, just the variety of the different people that we've met that have come in, whether it's like a teenage mom or just a teenager that thinks she's pregnant, or somebody that's had like 7 or 8 kids already. So it's just a huge range of people. So it's been really, it's been a joy to work with each of them, and just to get to know them and kind of familiarize myself with the process of how Alpha interacts with women and is a resource for them, but then also just a challenge because there's so much need and you feel so limited by Alpha's like small amount of resources that we have, and just realizing like we're not there to be free housing or free transportation, but we're there to kind of help them, connect them to different services that do have that. But so that's probably been one of my biggest challenges in working there is just, I mean, there's so much that you could do for somebody if you had unlimited resources, but we don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think my experience has been very similar. A huge, I guess, interesting factor or whatever is just being able to rub shoulders with the women that come in. They're not necessarily people that I would really interact with much on just like a day-to-day basis. So just getting to meet them and just really eye-opening to see all the needs that are in the community. We just miss that so much and are kind of blinded to it. So that has been a joy and a challenge as well, as you mentioned, just because like we can't solve the world's needs. But it has been a joy to be able to meet some needs. And in that way, another joy is also just to see just how things have been provided for the center. Like you said, like we're not a huge place. We don't have tons of money. We just get stuff and items in from donations and money based on donations and stuff like that. So it's just been so cool to see. I still remember one day where I was changing out the outfits from winter to summer, and it was, I think it was like boys 18 months to 2 years. And once I finished stocking the shelf, like we both, our supervisor, she and I both looked at the shelf and we're just kind of like, whoa, like that's not enough clothes. We're like, this is not good, just because like we never know what's coming in. We can't just put an advertisement out there, oh, we need these clothes or whatever. But earlier that day, someone had dropped off some donations and we had just thrown them on the back table and not really paid attention to what they were. And so after I finished sorting through the shelf, I went back to start going through the donations. And that whole table, it was like a huge donation that someone had given, that whole table was all boys' clothes, and it was almost all that size that we were looking for. And so it was just so cool to see one of our needs met before we even knew that we had that need. And so I think that's been a joy as well, just seeing people being willing to support the ministry we have there. So, yeah.
Yep, I think you covered basically it all. The last thing that we need to talk about for this class is how this project is expressing and developing servant leadership skills specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think it does it in a lot of ways. I think one of the biggest things is simply that a servant leader is willing to listen, not necessarily listening to respond, but just willing to listen and to care, and working with these people who have such huge needs and really hard struggles in their lives. Like a huge factor is just sitting there and listening to them and showing them that you do care and you hope to be able to do something for them, to do something to help them. So I think that's one of the biggest things that strikes me as far as servant leadership skills.
Yep. Yeah, I think kind of like, and tying into what you said from earlier even, is we just don't even realize how much needs we have, or how many people have needs around us. It's very easy to look at maybe like a south side of a city or some neighborhood slum or something like that, or even just third world countries, and not realize that there's needs all around us. And so I think that's really one thing that's key to a servant leader, is that they are visionaries and they're always looking out around them and seeing that the needs of other people have, and hoping and working towards helping them out. So Yeah. So I think this has been a good summary of. I don't know if you have anything to add. I think both of us are planning on continuing at Alpha Women's Center, and even volunteering there a little bit this summer and maybe into the fall and stuff. So, I think we'll end it here.